Tonight, a Sapulpa couple is taking on the fight against marijuana edibles. They're blaming their son's suicide on eating pot candies. Now they have a warning to other parents in order to prevent more tragedies from happening.
It was totally unbelievable.
Oh, bizarre.
Greg and Kim Goodman are reeling, not only from the death of their son.
We were told that there was a gunshot to his head, and I just kind of assumed the worst.
But they never could have imagined how it happened.
He was just in such a good spot in his life that it was a complete shock.
22-year-old Luke Goodman was on spring break at Keystone Resort in Colorado when he and his cousin Caleb Fowler bought some marijuana candies.
We all popped one.
Each piece of candy contains 10 milligrams of the active ingredient in marijuana, the recommended dose for an adult. Fowler says he and Goodman ate that first one, didn't feel anything, so they popped more.
Luke decided to go ahead and do a doubleheader. He popped two.
Fowler says Goodman gobbled 5 candies, 5 times the recommended dose.
At this point, he was not making sense.
So would you say it was out of character?
It was definitely out of character.
Not long after that, Goodman pulled out a gun he typically traveled with for protection and shot himself.
And I walked in the room, and that's when I saw.
Luke Goodman's parents believe he wouldn't have shot himself had he not been under the influence of marijuana. So you blame pot?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and the way it took over his facilities when he overdosed, I really think he never intended to pull out a weapon that night for sure, and at all if there was never a need to defend himself.
Goodman's death marks the 3rd one in a year in Colorado that involves edible marijuana. The Summit County, Colorado coroner said Goodman had eaten a large amount of edible marijuana candies prior to his death. However, the confirmation of pot in his system and its role in his death won't be known until the toxicology report comes out. Kim Goodman is convinced the pot candies contributed to her son's death.
I feel very strongly that edibles should be taken off the market.
And she has a message for other parents.
My advice to parents would be to discuss it with your children, to talk about this, and to let this be an object lesson, and to let Luke's life and Luke's death be an object lesson, so that they don't have to be in the position that we've been in losing Luke.
Luke Goodman had just graduated from ORU, and he would have turned 23 this month.